crossroads place. I look like hell right now, sorry. I just got over being really sick. Like a healing, actually. lots of cleansing and healing, and just it's been a beautiful time. It's been really deep past week especially, and I just like been reflecting a lot. I mean, forced into a place of like really surrendering everything. That's actually a better way to put it. Just forced into a place of just like remembering what God has told me for so many years, and I saw like how I got stuck in the like rat race basically, and there's just so much there. I could go on and on about what He's shown me, and like just so much. I'm grateful, but yeah, it's been hard. I'm grateful because He's used the like rapid and extreme success, and then the calling and the betrayals and the misunderstandings, and like, you know, through all of that, I've just obviously worked in excellence and like in all things unto, you know, for God, for Source, for my calling and purpose, like whatever. And like God's been with me, the Lord's led me in every direction, every decision, like every minute little thing I've been sensitive to. It's like everything's just led to me, even making an idiot of myself and people's perceptions, because the things that I've done have directly hurt me many, many times, but it's because I was led to do it, and people haven't understood that. They've not understood that. So it's just put this extra pressure on me. And my husband, he's seen how I walk with God. He's the only one that, and my mom, like he gives me space. That's why he supports me, because he knows how intentional I am with everything. How much I spend time in the secret place, how much I just don't move until I'm directed to. But like I do feel very strong, spiritually, like rooted, anchored. But my natural man has been like, okay, like this is, like it's interesting, like I have more peace than I've ever had. God's moving. There's a lot of things that have been shifting. There's definitely time collapses that have happened. Just like quantum leaps. I know He's like led me to surrender everything, and I'm talking like this has equaled millions of dollars this year. I mean multiple millions of dollars. 25% equity that I gave back, laid down, walked away from. Projects I stopped. People I didn't say yes to that could have changed my life many times over. There's just a lot of things that I've intentionally like blocked or gave away, you know, and I haven't, you know, like this is an interesting place for me to be in, and that was just some context, not at all to be like in some pity party or anything like that, but it's just to really lay the groundwork to the gravity of kind of this place that I'm in. I'm in this, and there's not a lot of people I know that understand what I'm talking about, that understand God this way, you know, that understand that we go through these things to literally level us up and strengthen us, and they're the hardest things we'll ever go through. It's the hardest stuff we'll ever go through, ever. Your natural man, your natural mind. It's like, what? And it's really so against our reasoning, because all these things are meant to help us, not to hurt us. Initially, it's meant to show us what's unresolved inside of us, like what we still need to work on. And a lot of people don't even recognize that first step, let alone surrendering to the process. It's very difficult. And it's very hard to relate with people when they don't have that depth about them spiritually. And so then you just, you know, in success and friends and circles, you kind of just get used to being this like it's just navigating through this life is so interesting when you have a calling and you are chosen. You know, many called, few chosen. Why? Few choose to answer. That's why. It's not easy. Anyways, so this past year has been, I mean, I've been going through these cycles of release and like leveling up and breaking and building and pruning and strengthening and extreme highs and extreme lows for my whole life since I was a baby. And my, you know, one of the people closest to me for years was the one that was secretly hurting me the most. And at a very young age, I got so used to hiding and secrets and confusion, and you know, that tried to become my identity. And when that's so rooted in you, and then you have the drugs, and then you have the promiscuity, you know, losing your virginity at 12, putting a needle in your arm when you're 15, dying, being found literally with your face on the floor, and being saved over and over and over again. And then later having such a radically life-changing encounter that flips your world upside right and puts you on this path of purpose. And then it all makes sense why you've been so attacked your whole life, why I could go on and on and on. There's people that will never forget about me because I was one of those characters that was just so, in every way, in every situation, different. There's no word to put on it. And if you know, you know. Like, you might have gone through this yourself. It all eventually makes sense, though, when you know you're not here on accident. You're on assignment, and you are marked. And that is not invisible to everyone. It is to you until you choose to take the steps to see it, be introduced to it, and then explore and start your journey of healing, of elevating, of getting closer to God, and realizing that you can have it all. But there is a sacrifice in many. It's called being reborn for a reason. Dying is not something that feels good, ever. But in order to live, that's what must happen. So, I don't know even where I'm going with this, but it's just how I'm feeling. And I'm in this place now where I don't know what's next, you know? I've given it all up. I know He showed me I'm positioned, I'm emptied, I'm trusting, I'm waiting. Music is I know my ultimate calling, and business I love. But I also know in this season that the pause and the being, not the hustling, not the striving, not the I'm gonna make it happen because I have to, because thousands of people are counting on me. The world sees me. I've done all these things. I've won awards. I have this like thing, you know, I have this pedestal in my brain, in my own perception that I've allowed to grow there somehow. That I needed to be, you know, at that level. So it's put a lot of pressure, and it's taken my focus away from purpose. But it was also all important. It was also all part of my consistency and my training in business. It was all necessary to get me here, to get me positioned, because God told me the success that you've had in business was only to open the door to the purpose. And I know the purpose is stages and movies and ultimately music. Like, I know that, and I have connections for that, but are you going to go for it yourself, or are you going to let me open that door for you?